sounds really good. Hey guys, welcome back to European Exotic Center. Behind me we have a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo coupe with a 6-speed gated manual transmission. One of my favorite cars growing up, just super nostalgic to me. This car is finished in a black metallic exterior paint color, Callisto wheels with yellow brake calipers to match the interior, dual exhaust pipes, and as well you have a 5-liter V10 engine, which sounds amazing. Yellow and black interior, as I said. You have your 6-speed gated manual right there. Car has 15,000 miles on it. Now let's go ahead and take it out for a drive. Sounds really good. 5-liter V10 engine, naturally aspirated, of course. 500 horsepower. Many people think that the 5.0 Gallardo sounds better than the newer 5.2 LP Gallardos. Growing up, I always had a soft spot for the first gen. Second gen is amazing, you know, looks a bit more updated, more powerful. But there's something about the first gen Gallardo that I always loved, especially the coupes. What surprised me about this so much too is the clutch is super light. Downshifting is pretty easy. Pedals aren't too close together, which is nice. And the fact this is a manual, I was like, I have to take this thing out. So handling is pretty good. This car is, what is this car, 16 years old? It's still a lovely car in the corners. This car is tiny. It feels tiny. It really envelopes around you, which was, I guess at the time, a nice, for some people, a nice change from the traditional huge V12 Lambos that were just massive. This feels much different than that. This came out as the baby Lambo, the entry-level Lamborghini back in the day, and they sold over 10,000 Gallardos over the years and became their best-selling car of all time. And for good reason. It's a fantastic car. It was more attainable than the V12 cars. Yeah. I think 0 to 60 is like 4 seconds in this thing. Top speed 195. So I'm 6'4", and it is quite spacious in here. It is still a Lamborghini. It has that aggressive styling with the slanted windscreen and, you know, low windows. Everything about it is traditional Lamborghini, but I fit just fine. Plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. The seat actually goes back even further. You can see out of it. It's not a Prius, but you can definitely see out the back of it. It's a very aggressive sound, and as I said, it just gets better and better the higher up you go in the rev range. 500 horsepower is not that much by today's standards, of course. The car is up to 800 horsepower stock from the factory now. It's just pretty crazy. 500 horsepower is just enough. It's exactly the amount of power that you need to have a great time. It's got just the perfect amount of power to use on the street. You can really wind it out. This thing revs to 8,000 RPM. About 8,500 RPM, and it just sounds incredible. This feels refreshingly old school, but in traffic, you just, like I said, slap it in fourth. It just kind of feels like a regular, dare I say, a regular kind of sports car, I guess. Just a regular car. It doesn't really seem nothing too outlandish. I am genuinely surprised at the headroom. I have about an inch or so. My hair adds about 4 inches on top, so about, you know, the average 6'4" person would fit just fine in here.
I mean, it feels like you're hitting Mach 1. It feels like you're hitting off the ground.
Gear changes are quite easy. You can move it with one finger. It's pretty simple. I mean, clinks right into place, and there's just nothing better, nothing more satisfying than a metal-on-metal gated manual clink kind of just rowing through the gears feeling. Cars nowadays lack a manual, but they also, even more so, lack a gated shifter. More cars should just have a gated shifter. It just feels so much more mechanical, so much more in tune with the engine, more connected with the car, pure essence of driving pleasure. I mean, nothing beats it. Yeah, not the best room for this. I think for the low $100,000 price range, 130, 120, 115, even lower than that, I just think it's such a phenomenal car. It's a great entry-level exotic. It's usable. It's relatively comfortable, and this is embarrassing. All right. Yep. All right.
Get her moving, son.
That turning radius, not good. I do love the yellow interior as well. That's a very proper Lambo thing to do, is just throw some yellow in there. The outside, it is a black metallic exterior paint color, but it's really more of like a grayish black. Excellent looking color. I mean, but I just love that they threw some color inside as well with the yellow brake calipers to match. Great looking spec. There is a bit of storage space in the back. This car is 16 years old, and it just has a nice rawness to it that modern cars just don't have. And yeah, and again, parking, it's easy. It's easy to maneuver around town. Still turns heads. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This car is for sale here at European Exotic Center. You can visit our brand new website, check out all 60 photos of the car, and I will see you guys in the next one. Because it's all-wheel drive, you can drive this thing in the rain. You can drive this thing in the rain.